This video chart presentation of Canadian Solar Inc. Canadian Solar had a real nice uptrend off a bottom here at 207 last November, more than doubled to touch 474. Retracing now, falling back on a pretty solid support level around $3. A little bit of upward movement yesterday of about 3%. It's a chart to keep on radar just because I'm making a little bit of a longer term shift in trend. It slipped back down through the 50-day moving average, but because it held that support, I want to see if it's going to try and push back up through it, continue to make some higher lows, and hold the idea that this 207 mark was a true bottom for CSIQ. I'd imagine we're going to see very similar patterns through here. A very nice uptrend in the MACD as the price per share was trending up, slipped back down. But the reason I think it's interesting right now is because the MACD is trying to hold a higher low in the shorter term, about a 1-month time frame, and it looks like a bullish cross could be coming. Classic play off a PPO ADX pinch. That's why we look at that pattern a lot of times when we're trying to find bottoms. Nice trend back towards zero. Right now the ADX is in a pretty decent reversal position, even though it's down kind of low. ADX cutting through the middle of the positive and negative DIs, but the negative DI is coming down, positive DI is working its way upward. If the ADX can make a rotation through here, see a little bit of an uptrend that could be happening. MFIs, quite a bit of separation, 7 pulling well away from the 14 and 21. Now it looks like the correction is starting to begin. Accumulation distribution, maybe a slightly higher low. Looks like it's trying to hold a base. Jake and money flow, a little bit of a different look through there. Buying and selling pressure is pretty equal over the last 20 periods. CCI, important that it tries to hold above negative 100. It's exactly what's going on at this point. Full stow into oversold territory, but making a rotation, a little bullish cross. Very early on, but looks like a little bit of momentum's trying to come into it. Just not getting a ton from the full stow at this point. Tricks, I'm not crazy about the fact that it looks like it's making a new lower low. Kind of comes back to the fact this chart's in a pretty critical position where it needs to make a decision, hold that $3 support, and try and go back into bull mode, or if it's going to continue to break down. And in that case, there's a chance it's going to go back down and test the bottoms. But right now, the indicators are primarily giving hints that in the short term, there's bullish pressure, but in the longer picture with things like the tricks and the MACD, it's at an important point to try and put together an upward move in the near term. A little bit of buying pressure yesterday, got the 7 RSI turning. Of course, like we referenced in so many charts, I want to see this break back through 50, hold above it like it did through here, stay in bull mode, keep the upward momentum in place. Now, as I mentioned, pretty good support level right there, about $3. Historically, going back in last October into November, it was holding as support before it finally fell through, hit the bottoms. Right now, I'd want to see that hold. If it can't hold that, it does pick up a little bit more support there around 250. But there's not any real strong support in sight until it's to go back down and test these old lows. So right now I'd have my eye on the $3 mark to hold as support. On the resistance side of things, 50-day moving average always serves as some dynamic resistance, and that resistance is reinforced by some static resistance right there around 370 as well. So that would be kind of a key point on the upside, but that's a nice move. It's about a 20% move to go up there and challenge that resistance point. And then beyond that, I'd look back into around this $4.25 area. Getting pretty close to the old highs. 200-day moving average dynamic, it's coming down. Going to put some weight on it right there as well. And that's where I'd expect to see it start to stiffen up, is right around that area. Of course, it would run right through, back into trying to make some old highs, up there at 474, 475. But what caught my eye about this chart is kind of the make or break point. See if it can hold the support. See if it can twist this MACD, get it back up, pushing back towards through zero, and potentially go up here and challenge this 50-day and that resistance, to see if it can maintain somewhat of an upward path along those lines. Volume's not bad, almost 600,000 shares traded, right about average for it, maybe even a little bit below average. I'd certainly be looking for an increase because any resistance points, especially the 50-day moving average, I want to see volume surging and a lot of buying pressure to try and break through key points like that. Those are the type of things that I'll be looking for in the CSIQ chart. But as always, this is merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.